What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics. Today we have the second portion of the, what's it called? Limberry Castle sequence. And much like the first fight in this sequence, we have a fight that is very tricky. Not super hard, unless you have something very specific that you want to do. Which will make more sense in a moment. But with that in mind, I've got some preparations to make. First off, I want to change Ramza into a knight, which, it doesn't really make all that much difference. It's basically either, knights with, guts or squire with break ability. So, either one works. I think knights tend to have a little bit better stats for, at least for Ramza's purpose. So I went with that. That and there's actually knight stuff to learn. So I want him. Should I give him Blade Grasp? Yeah, let's give him Blade Grasp. So specifically, I want him to know Battle Skill and 2 swords. Tim. Let's change him to a samurai for the moment. And let's give him 2 hands. And battle skill. I think that works. Actually, no, that doesn't work because I don't have any samurai swords. Okay, let's do this. I'll replace the defender with the rune blade. I will change Tim into a knight. That way he's got the defender. And his secondary, let's give him punch arts actually. Okay. Jessica, I want to have steel, and actually I want to change her into a ninja. And give her some sprint shoes, and steel, and concentrate. Brett is fine as he is. White magic and yin yang magic, that works. Oh, she's got my light robe, okay. And Liza, she's got time magic. Let's switch her to a mediator? No, let's switch her to a chemist. I want her to be able to heal. Blaze gun for a little bit of damage, time magic, and she can heal with items. Don't need short charge, so let's go with that's fine. And let's take a look at her equipment. She can't equip the light robe anymore, so let's give the light robe to him instead. Probably the most important part of this whole preparation, I want to give everyone 108 gems. So much for her sprint shoes. But anyways, now that those preparations are complete, and I actually kind of changed my mind. I want to instead give Ramza punch arts, and I think that should be good. That way pretty much everyone can revive and heal nasty status elements, which is kind of important in this fight. So now I want to try and spread my guys out, but I'm going to position them. The thing is, you can only spread them out so much. on the default screen here. So I'm kind of positioning them with the speed of my characters in mind. So Ramza and my ninja, at least, should be able to kind of move away right off the bat. So that's kind of my best hope at spreading myself out. Okay, so now this fight, I've actually, at this point when I'm recording this, I've actually already completed the fight. And I've decided that I'm going to approach this fight a little bit differently than a normal episode, because by the end of the day, it was exceptionally long. It was just short of 40 minutes. And I figured that's probably a little bit longer than most people want to watch. So what I'm doing is, for this video, as you can see, the video has been sped up, and I'm going to be treating it kind of like I did with my penance video for Final Fantasy X, and just voicing over it in the aftermath. Whereas I'm also going to be uploading the full footage for those who are interested in that. But for now, this is the abridged version, so to speak. So, as you might have noticed, just a moment ago, I killed one of the Elmdor's assassin friends, and she actually turned into an Ultima demon. Now, killing the assassins in this fight is exceptionally important because, well, they're very nasty, and I don't have a lot of the preparations that I made for the previous fight to deal with them. So taking them out of the fight is important. But especially if you're trying to do what I'm trying to do, which is namely steal all of Elmdor's equipment, because he has some very nice stuff. Now even after you kill the assassins, you still have to deal with the Ultima demons, but they're nowhere near as nasty to deal with as the assassins. So Elmdor himself can teleport all over the map. He can pop up wherever he wants at will. He's got an ability called Teleport 2, which, unlike the default teleport ability that you can learn as a time mage, there's no chance of it failing on you. So that's kind of nasty. So everyone's going to be dying a whole lot in this fight, which is why I made absolutely sure that 4 out of 5 of my people can revive. My ninja, of course, cannot, because she's got steel to steal Elmdor's equipment. I probably could have gone with making her a thief and giving her item, or punch her, I guess. But I felt like it was also important for her to have some good offense, because she's the one doing a lot of the damage against the assassins here. You can see that she killed both of the Ultima demons. They're actually pretty easy to kill in their Ultima demon form. And I think she killed both of the assassins too. So now at this point, I'm still just kind of keeping everyone alive, but my next goal is to get Elmdor's Brave down. So you can see my priest here is casting Foxbird. And the reason for that is because Elmdor has the Blade Grasp ability, and that makes it really hard to do anything against him. So if we lower his Brave, that lowers the effect of Blade Grasp and makes him a lot easier to deal with. In the meantime, I'm just trying to keep my party members spread out so that not too many of them are hit by his abilities at a time. He has the his favorites are Muramasa, which hits kind of 3 squares. No, I guess it's 2 squares adjacent to him, and the Kikuichi Monji, which hits like in a straight line for like 6 squares or something like that. So trying to stay spread out so he can't kill more than one person at a time is pretty important to actually staying alive in this fight. So I equipped everyone in this fight with 108 gems accessory, and the reason for that is because Elmdor has a nasty ability by the name of Bloodsuck. I'm pretty sure he's actually the only person in the game who even knows this, can use this status ailment on you. But what it does is kind of like confuse it, or I guess maybe more like charm. It like, well, no, because if you basically Bloodsucked, it turns you basically into a vampire, and you lose control of that character. And they will go after your allies, and they will try and bloodsuck your allies and turn them into a vampire as well. But they will also attack your opponents. So, yeah, I mean, it's bad just all around, because, I mean, losing control of your party members and having them attacking each other is bad. But I want Elmdor to stay alive as well, so I can steal his stuff. So at this point, right now, I'm just basically just trying to stay alive and keep all my characters revived, and let Brett use Foxbird to lower Elmdor's Brave. And at this point, I think he's down to 10 Brave, and so my goal now, that he's at a reasonable level of Brave, is to start using Speed Break, because of course I've got that on both Ramza and Tim. If I can get his speed down low, then he becomes a lot more easy to manage. I mean, at this point, with the amount of damage that he's doing to my party, I pretty much couldn't even imagine trying to steal from him. It just would be almost too much, so I kind of got to lower his speed to even be able to deal with him. And Ramza, because he's got the 2 swords ability, he actually has the ability to use Speed Break twice in one turn. He'll use it with each weapon. But unfortunately, Ramza and Elmdor have a very bad Zodiac compatibility. Ramza is a Sagittarius, and Elmdor is a Gemini, which is the worst possible Zodiac compatibility. So his chances of applying Speed Break are unfortunately very bad. So I end up relying more on Tim for that. Just a minute ago, I attempted my first steal, and I'm starting off with his shield. Because his shield obviously increases his evasion, and the higher his evasion is, the lower your chance of successfully stealing is. I should also point out that I equipped Jessica with Concentrate, which you probably saw in the beginning of this video. That also actually increases your chance of stealing. There's a little bit of luck involved in this fight as well, of course, because Elmdor's Muramasa attack that he likes using, it also comes with a couple of nasty status ailments that you have to watch out for. At this point, I've had a couple of people afflicted by death sentence now. I think I just got Ramza up from that a minute ago. My chemist, she just died, but she had death sentence too. That didn't end up being what killed her, but... and I believe Muramasa can also inflict confusion, which is particularly bad. There's also, of course, the assassin's nastiness to deal with. They have charm and stop, but they don't tend to be quite as aggressive, I find, in this fight as they were in the last one. But you definitely still have to watch out for stop if you are kind of outside of their range. Otherwise, they tend to be a little bit more passive, but they still will use their abilities, and they still can be very nasty. If you really want, you can give everyone a black costume to prevent stop, and that'll go a long way for you. I didn't feel though it was necessary though. Here I'm just trying to see if I can actually get any status ailments on Elmdor, because if you can put a target to sleep or anything, not only are they obviously easier to deal with, but they also are easier to steal from. But unfortunately, Elmdor, being a boss of sorts, isn't actually susceptible to most status ailments, just because he's special. So at this point, Elmdor's speed is down to, I think, 4. I've stolen everything, I think, but his armor and his weapon. Yeah. So it's getting down to the wire here. I mean, not really down to the wire, because the hard part is long over, but I'm just about done with everything. everyone's in fairly good shape now, because Elmdor's speed is so low. I'm able to get everyone alive and keep their health somewhat high. I am trying to keep an eye on the AT list still though, because anytime Elmdor gets a chance, he's just going to love to hit 3 or 4 people with Muramasa, and that would not be pleasant, even if his next turn isn't going to come for a long time. Now this isn't really something that you need to do. The Genji equipment is really good at this point, but it's not the best stuff in the game. And stealing from Elmdor is actually probably the hardest, one of the hardest things to do in this game. But I felt like I should do it. The benefits in the short term are excellent. And, well, I mean, someone's got to do it. But anyways, that's the end of the abridged version. So I will catch you next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics.